What is going on, my people? Welcome back to the channel for another album review. I'm your boy Nassim the Dream. If you're new to the channel, just go right on ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit the bell as well to always keep notified on my newest content. Today is a big day as I will be reviewing the brand new Travis Scott album, Utopia. Jaquise Webster, aka LaFlame, aka Cactus Jack, aka Travis Scott, has arrived in his long-lost return for nearly 4 years, ever since the drop of his most recent project from the 2019 Jack Boys record. This is the first debut record from the label Cactus Jack, as it features the signed artists such as Sheck West, Chase B, and Don Toliver, with other featured contemporaries including Young Thug, Quavo, and Lil Baby. Recognizing subjectively brilliant works from Travis Scott, such as the breakthrough debut Rodeo, sophomore LP Birds in the Trap mixing McKnight, and then Honcho Jack, which is the collab with Quavo. I certainly can vouch for each of these records when I say I've genuinely enjoyed all of these albums, my personal favorite being the debut Rodeo, as well as the other mixtapes such as Owl Pharaoh being his first tape and Days Before the Rodeo. But what arguably comes as the biggest milestone in Travis Scott's career comes with the 2018 third studio record, Astroworld. This record does come with its royalties, such as 6 nominations including Rap Album of the Year nominee at the Grammys and victory at the BET Awards, with the album earning over 349 million streams, 270,000 pure sales, and debuting in the Billboard Top 200. Travis Scott has taken over as one of the most acclaimed hip-hop rappers, songwriter, producers of modern trap and hip-hop. Of course, most know of the success that followed with this, with a massive tour, including the big tragedy in 2021 of Astroworld Music Festival, which caused massive loads of controversy heading towards Travis Scott and his team and putting a lot of things on pause. Now, I do have my personal opinions on the incident, but I prefer to speak about the progression and process Travis Scott has ran through to get to this point. This record also came with the release of a documentary film that was selected for a few theaters, which to my acknowledgement doesn't contain much regarding the transition from all of that chaos. But one thing is for sure, lots and lots of people were dying to hear what's next for the new record from Travis Scott, and might I say, it is one hell of a return. I found this to be an incredibly relieving experience as my worries began to grow from the faith of this record, wondering how much better could things really get. And at the moment, I don't know where I could place this record in his discog, but it's certainly one attaining high quality. We see Travis Scott on here continuing to elevate his craft of psychedelic hip-hop with a variety of profound sound design choices and production work of the record. It felt as if this record was been cooking up for a very long time, a very carefully amount of time put together for the album, almost as much as it seemed like he was really taking care of the Astroworld record, as he did speak highly of that ever since the beginning of his career. And this record already kicks off with a hell of a bang. One of my favorite songs on this entire track list, HYENA, featuring dusty drums, boom bap trap, and jingle bells, dark synthesizers, psychedelic electronic transformations. This song goes hard very quickly, while also succeeding on carrying the momentum with the following Thank God, with producer credits coming from Kanye West. I think at this time it is appropriate to mention the significance of the producers and writers that came to help this Travis Scott record come to life, such as Mike Dean, Guy Manuel, Justin Vernon, and more. There's even credits going to Travis Scott's daughter Stormy Webster, who does have an appearance, a very cute surprise appearance on the track Thank God. But this album is exceptional at delivering high value productive quality all through the record and blending neo-psych with electronic music and hip-hop music. There's the third track, Modern Jam, that reads as a futuristic rocky theme. Familiar beat transitions coming from the song My Eyes, which I think creates curiosity to what might be unraveled from what might feel like floating in outer space and spiraling into a black hole through an underwhelming sequence of trap drums. Though I'm not totally enamored with the track, it does gain a very significant appearance from Sampha and Justin Vernon, who are beautiful on the song. Because this album has a Goliath of all-stars. Just to name some, we're going with The Weeknd, Bad Bunny, Sway Lee, Young Thug, James Blake, and many, many more. Meltdown, this song was so satisfying because it was a song that presents a version of Drake that I actually like.
Combination.
And Fiend? Fiend. This shit is just some really good quality infectious cloud rap with features Sheck West and Playboi Carti that will get fans going. Great performances all around from a lot of these features. One of my favorites has to come from the R&B sensation SZA on the track Telekinesis. But my personal favorite song on this list comes from DELRESTO Echoes, bringing on Bon Iver, aka Justin Vernon, and the one and only Beyonce. The mighty forces of Justin Vernon and Queen Beyonce is just perfection.
It was perfect. Perfect.
I felt like this was an atomically godforsaken level of wavy. I was just waved through this song. Do I dare say this may be one of the most incredible Travis Scott ideas on a song of all time. It feels like I'm in the front row pit for a Super Bowl performance in outer space. But a guy like me also really does appreciate the little guy, and Travis Scott does bring on those artists that are upcoming acts such as KC and Rob 49, but I was blown away with Travis Scott bringing on West Side Gun to feature on this album. By far the most giddy moment I had. I fucking adore Griselda. They're not small anymore, but I assume for the community that Travis Scott really pulls in, they are not familiar with Griselda, which is a crime.
You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
They just pertain to my exact quiescent taste of hip hop. It's just so delicious, and I can't get enough of it. It's just
That's nasty.
There is just fantastic song ideas to be observed on this album. There are plenty of spectacle moments in each category that you can spot. He still brings in that same kinetic dark energy that we fell in love with in his early risings, and even more improved motifs and production value. Flow and aesthetically reaches purity along with remarkable elevating feature fusions that cook up new sounds. Now I am getting really hyped. Let me just slow down a little bit. I do have my minor complaints. Upon hearing the K-pop single that features Bad Bunny and The Weeknd, I felt like I was a little bit harsh on it in the beginning when I first heard it, but I truly can't really step away from the thought that I feel like this song just could be so much better. When you have big all-stars like Bad Bunny and The Weeknd, who are literally some of the two biggest artists in the entire world right now, I would just feel like this would just come off as a little bit less generic and a little bit more ethereal, a little bit more experimental, which sure, those qualities are there, but I just wanted a little bit more flair. It feels a lot more glimmering from the Weeknd side of things, when the other two kind of just feel more so as an afterthought. I can personally do without tracks such as God's Country, as the sampling doesn't really feel as festive compared to the rest. And the track Parasil, it does have this traditional pop imagery that I am interested in, but this mostly feels like it's unfinished, as it serves more as an interlude than a song. And if you look at my track ratings, you will see that there are a couple songs in here that I was just kind of about, but this is mostly due just to some of the beat transitions coming in a little bit sloppy at times, and just doesn't really feel as cohesive as it should. But I can confidently assure you, I am very satisfied with the outcome of this album. A lot of the sound just really felt like it popped off the screen, a true cinematic commercial release. All around fantastic song ideas, marvelous artist collabs, and brand new sounds, as well as numerous memorable performances from the features. Now to top it off with just a little bit more minor gripes, I personally would have really loved to see a cohesive story told throughout this album, because the sound was very provocative and pulling in. I just could have seen this done a lot more better with a full-on story, at least in some of these songs. And yeah, the ending, I don't think it's bad. I actually think it's quite soothing. It could have been a little bit bigger of a bang, just a little bit. But ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I'm happy. I'm gonna give Travis Scott's Utopia an 87%. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed, go on to like, share, and comment down below of what you thought of this album. Be sure to check out the description below for all my separate tracklist ratings for the album, more videos, and also the links to my social media accounts so you can keep on me on the daily. And I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Deuces.